What is going on, guys? Carter here with Edge Mindset. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, all that stuff. I will say that every video because it means so much to me. And if you aren't doing those things, that's cool too, but I'd really appreciate it if you did. Let's take apart this old school Praetorian here. So if you missed my unboxing video, this is essentially a Gen 1 Praetorian G, even though technically it's not the very first iteration. The very first version of this you would have seen would have been the exact same, except it would have Phillips head screws in the body here. That didn't last very long, so those are pretty rare. This is the exact style of Praetorian that I bought for my very first Medford a million years ago. I ordered it right from the Shactory, and they sent it to me. Mine was different, though. It had a brown scale, G-tint scale, and it had Vulcan instead of this black oxide here. But I want to crack this open. I want to take a look at the underside of this scale, because when I bought this, I thought it was black. The pictures just made it look solid black, and then I thought maybe it had some scuffs on it. But then I opened it up, and I realized it's like the weirdest digicam I've ever seen. Like a really dark forest green digicam where you can barely see the pattern. So I'm kind of curious what's on the other side. I also want to see, does it have a ceramic detent ball? Does it have a steel detent ball? What exactly is going on there? So luckily, this front screw here was easy to get out. I wonder if somebody's already taken this apart. Usually back in these days, Medford would just really Loctite those screws. He didn't want people taking it apart. Not the case anymore. Now these body screws, I'm not sure if these are hex. Yeah, okay, they're hex. That's what I thought. That's what they are now. So I assume that's what they were. But instead of, let's take a look at these here. Instead of going into a standoff and then having another screw here, this is back when he would screw right into titanium. Of course, people kind of complained and said that's not very strong, even though I would argue, sure it is. It's plenty strong, especially with how thick titanium he uses. No issue. Lots of custom makers still do this. Expensive custom makers, affordable custom makers, it's still widely done. Hopefully these are all the same length because I am not keeping track of them. These feel like they haven't been cracked, so I don't know. Maybe this hasn't ever been opened up and that pivot just didn't get Loctited. Maybe this is so old that he wasn't Loctiting. Here is that breaker right there. We've got some rust going on. Obviously this is magnetic. Probably a high carbon steel, probably D2, right? It's probably D2. So we have some rust going on there. I'll clean that off. I'm sure, hopefully we don't have rust on the blade. We'll see. Whoa, look at the size of those washers. Dang, that's crazy. Whoa. These suckers are falling out here. We got all kinds of rust debris going on. I think these are titanium, right? Yeah. Not sure where this is. Oh, yeah, that's from the breaker, duh, what I was just talking about. Take a look at this side. Yeah, it's just like a dark forest green. And then it has the digicam pattern on the top there. That is pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Let's take a look here. I don't see any, well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. It needs a cleaning, something fierce though, boy. Glad I took it apart. I want to do this. Ooh, okay. Okay, so here is the conundrum. You all probably know how much little ballistol, those of you that are into like firearms know what that is. I use it a lot, not because I think it's like amazing, but just I have it, so I use it for cleaning all kinds of stuff. And it's good because it cleans. This isn't an ad for Ballistol, but it cleans, but it also has oil characteristics of it too, right? So it lubricates and it protects and it cleans, all that cheesy stuff. Let's see, is this, double washers, of course. Of course. I don't think I've ever opened a Medford and had just one washer. It's at least two. At least two. So let's keep these together. Put those over there. Clean this off here. That's kind of interesting. It's like textured on the inside too. Very cool. Never seen G10 like this. Now this is an old knife. I would imagine this is from like 2012, 2013, something like that. This is not new. Got both of those bad boys out of there. We are going to get this baby nice and cleaned up. Now, what I was gasping about earlier is I see that it has a steel detent ball, which is what I was expecting for this year. He didn't move to ceramic detent balls for a little while after this. I've got an old 187 flipper that has a steel detent ball. He was a pretty early adapter to the ceramic detent balls, though. I will definitely give him that. I want to get some of this ballistol in these channels here. Help prevent future rust issues. This is just all surface rust. Not a huge deal, but, you know, I want to protect it. Got that clean. So the conundrum is, I love my ceramic detent balls. Do I swap it out? Or do I keep it original? The like weird perfectionist person in me. What do I want to do about that rust? What do I want to do? Can take a closer look here. You can see it's actually flattened out quite a bit. I feel like I need to switch this detent ball out. The next question is, do I want to do it on camera? Because the problem is I can't do it here. Usually I can't pound it out here. There's not enough. The table's too soft. I need something with more stability. And I usually just turn around and use the, I don't know, the bed frame and do it. And I could film that. I filmed it before. I don't know. Do I need to film it every time? I'm not quite sure. Okay, let me try to clean some of this rust off here. Obviously, this is the titanium side, so it's transferred from the breaker. I am kind of scuzzing up the stock finish, but can't see it, so no big deal. I know, that's always the debate, right? Like, do I kind of mess up the hidden finish, you can't see it, to get rid of the rust, or you just let it be? Same thing with the detent ball. Detent's fine. Everything looks good. Detent's fine. I don't need to replace it at all. It's perfectly okay. I don't know. I just like to. Something about it. I just like it. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Hold on. Okay, this may not work. Like I said, I got a couple things I've got to kind of deal with. I can't get this out. I mean, I could hammer this out if I wanted, but so I'm trying to see if I can get this to work. So I need a hole underneath the detent to pound it through, but then I also, that should work. I think I'm in it there. Okay, that was easy. That was easy. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to keep that ball. Where'd it go? Is that it? There it is. I want to keep it just in case. put it up here, just in case it doesn't work out and I can't get new balls in there. Maybe he changed sizes, even though I don't think so, because it looks like the normal size. So we're going to take this guy right here. I think it's 1.59 millimeter ceramic detent balls. And like I said, there's not really a reason for me to do this other than... Son of a bitch. Other than, just makes me feel good. I don't know. Is it gone? It's gone forever. It's gone forever because I couldn't... Luckily, these are inexpensive. You can buy like a whole baggie of these things and lose them over and over again like I do. Okay, I'm going to pay closer attention this time. Oh, and it didn't work. Oh my God! I swear. Turn the camera on and I turn into freaking Three Stooges. There we go. Jeez. Got it in there. Now, give it a little tap and grab this guy. Give it a little more of a tap. We're good to go. You know, one thing I've kind of been experimenting with, I'm pretty casual with changing out detent balls. And, you know, I get people commenting on it because I do not do it how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to, and I've done a full explanation on how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to measure this width so you know how far the detent ball sticks out stock, which in this case wouldn't really work because it was flattened. And so it's not really what I'm going for here. But, and then you would create some sort of spacer. You can use washers to create that distance so that you're setting this in at the right distance. But I have just had a lot of luck just winging it and tapping it in. It seems like the detent ball wants to go where it was. Like if you want to set it deeper or you want to set it higher, you have to go out of your way to do that. Inherently, it seems to want to just go back home. And so I'm kind of experimenting with like how casual can I get with it and will I run into any problems? And I've ran into 0 problems with any of the detent balls I've swapped ever. They've never fallen out. They've never been particularly too aggressive or too light. I've just had good luck. Famous last words. Watch. This will be the one that messes up. Okay, so got that. You know what? Maybe I want to get, I don't know. Do I want to get wild? Kind of rubbing the wrong side on this, huh? Aren't I? That's what she said. Okay, maybe I want to do this. Maybe I want to take some Wicked Wax and put that in here. All on here. Just to prevent any more of that rust. Just bugs me. Something about rust, like, I don't know. It's like termites, right? It's like infesting your stuff. All right. Now, this was not supposed to be this involved. This was supposed to be a pretty quick, like, take it apart, put it back together type thing. But now, yeah, okay. Okay, it is what it is. We're here now. We're rolling in the deep, as my old mentor like a centaur. Mentor told me. Put a little bit on there. Grab these 2 bad dogs. Put it on here. Make sure we're not squishing out too much. Put some more up here. There we go. Put that on there. Said this before, I use lithium grease, not because it's superior, but because it's available and it's cheap, and it's fine. I don't know. Never had any issues with it. I'm not much of a purist, though. Like, I don't know. I don't get that into, like, the cleaning and the lubing and all that stuff. Now, I will say, one of the things with these older Medfords is putting them back together is a little bit more difficult. I mean, not difficult. It's a little, yeah. And maybe I just haven't found the right way to do it. But because these go threaded through the front and then they go through these here, I don't know the right way to kind of put this together. Am I missing one? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep, this is the dreaded realization that I am missing. I'm missing a post, right? Okay. Let me... Wait a minute. Why do I have an extra one? Am I missing a bunch? I've got 4 screws. No, I'm an idiot. Yes. Right, I don't need those 2 because those go through the breaker. That's right. Okay. Thanks for everybody chiming in the comments down below. I appreciate it. I heard your collective voices, and I knew that's what's up. I did not lose anything. I just see what I mean. It's a little goofy getting these ones back together because of that, you know. And now I got the blade coming off. It's going to be a fiasco. Come on. Let's see. Okay, wow. All right. Look at that. Look at that. Got it. Throw this bad boy in here. Maybe. By the way, this is a number 14 spanner bit. You can buy these at like hardware stores and Amazon and eBay, you know, wherever you want, right? It's not that crazy. Just a spanner bit, and it fits the 6 shooter, the new. Ooh. Did I slip or did it? I hope this is the right tool. Maybe this is Torx. Of course, I think of that when I'm done. I don't know. It doesn't look like Torx. Okay, there she is. There she is. You can hear that new detent ball. It's got to wear in now. You can hear it's pretty loud. Let me put a little bit more lubrication on here. Just on that detent track. So now that'll weigh in. It's got a snappier detent now. And but for all intents and purposes, we didn't change much, right? It's essentially the same. Ooh, kind of hard to open up now. Yeah, so I got to break this in. It's almost like a new Medford now, like a new modern Medford. It looks like that detent ball being flattened like that, I don't think that was from wear. I think that was intentionally done in the shop, probably to make it easier to open without needing to break it in. We are pretty damn centered. That is pretty cool. I think I need to tighten that up just a little bit. And there we go. Old school Medford. Very cool. One of the few knives where I'm way happier with the purchase after getting it than I thought. This Camo G10 was a nice surprise, and it's in way better condition than I thought. The pictures were, you know, it kind of had that harsh lighting, so kind of just the normal machine marks were kind of like glaring, and I don't know, it just seemed like it was more used, but for the price, it was still like hell yeah, I'm in. But then I get it, and it's in way better condition than I thought it was going to be. And a nice surprise with the G10 that I thought was just going to be plain black. So very cool. All for $300. All right, guys. Talk to you later. I'm out.